Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein, producer Danny Ryan, and look who's in the studio. Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda is with us. He's making a cameo, but is it really P.J. or is it Danny? Is it Bizanet?
Right. He does look like Biz.
Who's the singer?
Or is it Mr. Negadelphia today? Is he bringing the negative
Who's the lead
vibes?
singer? Who's the singer you look like?
I get a lot of Andrew Schultz, I gotta tell you.
No, but who's the guy from McQueen?
Pull the mic a little bit closer.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I know the Schultz I get a lot.
Dude.
I don't know, you know.
Mr. Burger,
Maybe a little bit.
Bob the Burger.
Bob's Burgers for sure.
Have you seen Benson Boone? I've been getting a lot of Benson Boone recently, which I'll take it. He's like this generation's Freddie Mercury. They're saying
Danny's coming in with
Freddie,
the stash, too.
Freddie Mercury.
There you
Mercury.
go.
What's going on, P.J. Corda, Mr. Negadelphia?
Listen, the stash is infectious. Look, Danny's rocking it.
Where's your stash, baby? Come
we gotta
on.
get Billy in
Dude,
here,
I'm
man.
not.
Come on.
Listen, we already made a bet. By the way, we made a deal. You, me, Nikki, and Andrew Lee's the intern. That if the Phillies win the World Series, we all have to shave our heads.
This is true.
That's
but
enough. I'm not growing a mustache on top of that.
yeah,
I mean, hey, it's a good look, baby. The ladies like it.
Good morning, Danny Ryan.
Good morning, Billy. Should I join this shaving head?
You're a little late today, man.
Listen,
should we
I
dock,
shaved-
Should we dock him a couple dollars?
We had a
He came
phone
in
call.
ready to go. He came
Yeah.
in ready
I
to
came
go.
in with the energy. We had a phone call. I said, I'm about to be like a 949 ETA, right? Shaved 5 minutes off my ETA. I'm like, you know what? This Dunkin's looking mighty good right now. I got to stop in and get a coffee because I got to be caffeinated, activated, and ready to go in the locker room.
So the other day, I guess it was last week, I was talking to Johnny Greiner from Burger. By the way, he got 4 tickets yesterday. We gave 4 tickets to the Phillies game. I hope Johnny, but he goes there and they get waxed. So we're gonna get into the Phillies. They lost. It was a football score, 17-7.
It was terrible.
They lost. 2 touchdowns and a field goal or an extra point or field goal.
We couldn't be further away from shaving our heads right now.
Well, we'll get into that. But so a couple weeks ago, I said, Johnny Greiner, I was complaining about gaining a lot of weight. He said, you know what I did? He goes, I lost 18 pounds. I said, how'd you do that? He says, I started drinking a lot of coffee. So I've had like seven cups in the last 3 days. So I am.
That's one way.
Caffeinated and activated, but it's not working.
Hey, it works a little bit. It makes you poop, so that's all that matters.
It's diuretic, man. Yeah.
All right,
That's why I drink it now.
Yeah.
So one good thing from yesterday, I guess, because I don't really care. Like I wasn't really paying attention too much to the NBA playoffs from afar. I've been watching the NHL playoffs more than the NBA. But the Knicks got eliminated last night, and their fans. Did you see them celebrate? Nikki and I, Earnshaw, yesterday on the program, were talking about. The fans were celebrating like they just won the series, and they just won the game too. They lost the series 4-2, so inevitably it was all for naught. The Pacers are under the NBA championship.
Yeah, I think the Pacers were a better team. So, I mean,
Deeper.
Brunson's a good player. That's about it, That's about it,
Of course, yesterday the Phillies. I mean, Danny, did you watch the whole game? I had to turn it off.
Yeah, so I was at a bar for my buddy's birthday. Unfortunately, we were all kind of like clowning the game, when they finally scored a run. It's like, wow, they did something, man. They finally woke up a little bit, but
Losers are 3 in a row, Danny.
Bad stretch right there. I was at the game actually on, what was the last game against the Braves? Thursday, the second game of the doubleheader.
Yeah,
I was there.
I was there for that game.
8-2 loss. We left in like the 8th, so we didn't see the 2 runs. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were there. Forgot.
Yeah, I had my oldest daughter who's 30 years younger than my youngest daughter. 30 years older than my youngest daughter.
That's great.
But I had my grandsons there, but we got killed.
Yeah, it was bad. It was good weather. I
By the way,
enjoyed
did you
myself.
see Michael Harris with those 2 catches in center field?
I know, it's unbelievable.
He literally robbed Max Kepler. And who else did he rob? I guess Kepler twice.
Yeah, I think it was Kepler twice. I mean, he needs something going for him right now. He's not hitting really at all at the plate. So I mean, he's still good defensively.
So let me ask you this question, guys, and we're gonna talk Phillies baseball. We're gonna talk Eagles are having OTAs. At the bottom of the hour, we're gonna go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Of course, you want to try their They're 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Mention the locker room, get $1 off that 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. Talk about caffeinated activate. That stuff's good.
You need a little good OJ in the morning
it's freshly
sometimes.
squeezed.
Absolutely.
But are the Phillies as good as their record indicates? I mean, they've beaten the Pirates, the Colorado Rockies, the Pittsburgh Pirates. They go up against the Milwaukee and they get waxed 2 games in a row.
Yeah, it's been bad. I mean, Rhys Hoskins goes yard twice yesterday against the Phillies.
You know what he's batting against the Phillies? 276 with like 4 or 5 home runs.
Yeah, I think it's 3 now because he had one last year when he returned too. I mean,
yeah.
I'll pose this question to you guys because this has become kind of a rumor on Phillies Twitter and just in sports talk radio in this area in general. Do you want Rhys Hoskins back? Because he's hitting much better this year. He's hitting for better average. The power is starting to come around, obviously, this series, unfortunately. Would you take him back? Because, I mean, keep in mind, he's got a good bat, but people tend to forget how bad he was defensively at first base. I mean, he would cost you runs
here's
in the
thing,
playoffs, too.
That's why we have Mr. Negadelphia in here, because every time we trade somebody away,
they
do phenomenal, and then we get somebody that's good, we bring in, what happens, Negadelphia?
Yeah, they fall apart. We've been dealing with this for years. It's been a constant, a program where we watch them develop as they're on another team. It's going on for years.
All right, ready for this? At Citizens Bank Park, Hoskins is batting 276, 8 for 29 with 4 home runs in 8 games against the Phillies.
As a Brewer?
The Brewers.
Oh, man.
He kills us.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Is he a 276 hitter? No. He's like 245.
Well, he had a really bad year last year. He batted like 210.
Right. But, I mean, I don't know if I want to. As much as I love Rhys Hoskins, the bat spike and all that stuff, we remember that.
Yeah.
Do you want to go backwards?
Yeah, you're becoming worse defensively. I mean, you're getting a patient.
We're still waiting for Max Kepler to come around, Danny.
I know, and he has his, he's weird. Like, he'll go in these, weak stretches, and then he'll fizzle out for, 3 weeks, and then go in the week stretch. It's like, oh, maybe this wasn't a bad signing. But if you get Hoskins back in Philadelphia, you take, pretty much a Gold Glove first baseman away from first base, and you replace him with Hoskins. Now, you get a patient right-handed hitting power bat, who obviously has been overperforming this year. We'll see if he continues it. Honestly, if I had to be honest, I don't know. If I think about it, I think I'd be against it. I really do think I'd be against it. I don't want to get worse defensively. Kepler plays a good left. And think about it, too. Castellanos is comfortable in right. So you're going to have to put Bryce Harper in left?
Yeah.
When's the last time he's played left field?
There's no room for him, Negadelphia. There's no room for him.
No. And if there's one thing we need is some more defensive help.
We need pitching. Here's the thing. We discussed this on the show yesterday.
Relief pitching.
Everybody knows we're desperate for relief, and everybody's in the same boat we're in.
Yeah. You're going to have to give up something to get something, too. So, which prospects are you willing to give up? Obviously not Miller or Painter. They're untouchable, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
And then after that, I guess Crawford, you trade Abel with how good he's been in the minors? He's got like a 1.08 in his last 7 starts, including the major league start.
Those 2 pitchers are the future right there.
I know.
Listen, so we got a great show lined up today. Yesterday we gave away some great prizes. We're going to continue to spin the prize wheel. We still have 2 great prizes left. 4-pack of tickets to the Phillies. I think it's June 9th.
It's a big day.
Great seats, 133 or 117, something like
lower
that.
Level.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
Row 7, I think. And then we have $100 worth of ride tickets for Playland. So you're going to have to text in at 609-403-0973. We got great giveaway items. The tickets are courtesy of Dr. Dominic Mariani, Pennsauken Spine and Rehab, and then Playland down at the Boardwalk in Ocean City.
That's giving away some great prizes, man.
Yeah, man. 609-403-0973.
Can I enter for the Phillies tickets?
No, you can't. What's the question, Danny?
So
decided on that?
I'm mulling it over in my head. I think you asked a pretty good question to start the show. Are the Phillies as good as the record indicates? Are they actually that good? Are they, they're no longer the best record in the NL, but were they the best?
And we're tied with the Mets.
Yeah.
But and by the way, I always say you can't blame the team for who they play.
True.
But the Colorado Rockies and the Athletics are really bad. So you can't judge. They won their games that they played. They swept the Pirates. They took 2 out of 3 from Sacramento.
You don't want to hold it against them.
And they swept the Colorado Rockies. I don't want to hold it against them, but nevertheless, it is what it is.
I love how you called the A's Sacramento, by the way.
They're Sacramento.
No, I know they're playing in Sacramento,
Actually,
but they're not.
They don't use Sacramento.
They're not Sacramento A's, but it's just crazy we live in that world where they're in Sacramento. I think we asked this question. I just thought about it right now. We were going to ask an Andrew Painter-based question. This kind of ties in a little bit, but with the Phillies needing a lot of obviously help with relief pitching, if you were to take one starter out of the rotation and put him in the bullpen, or
there you go.
Or it could be Andrew Painter or Mick Abel in the minors,
Yep.
who would you put in the bullpen? Obviously, Ranger Suarez has been floated. I've heard Christopher Sanchez be floated out there in the past week or so, or I don't like this route, but would you toy with the young guys and put them in the bullpen to start their major league careers?
You know what? I think I'd do that, PJ.
I would agree. I would
Because
love
then
to
you
see.
can say to them, look, we
get an
don't have
opportunity.
you're getting an opportunity. Right. You're
Right.
getting an opportunity. You're starting your career. They're not. It's not like putting Ranger. It's like would be more like a demotion, wouldn't it? In his mind.
Yeah, it would. But I mean, in my eyes too. I mean, like you got to get these younger guys playing. I know we've talked about coddling Painter and him having some recovery time, but I don't know what the typical time frame is. It's been over a year. I don't know how long you got to give it before he can.
Yeah.
Well, they delayed that surgery like half a year too because they were trying to toy around with the idea of him possibly rehabbing it naturally, and
Not
then they were
having
like,
to
"All
do
right,
it, yeah.
well, we got to give him surgery."
609-403-0973. Please put your obviously answer the question, but we'll pick out a winner at the end, couple winners, and we'll spin the wheel for what prize you get. 4 tickets to a Phillies game. I believe it's against the Cubs on Monday, June 9th. I believe it is. I'll have to double check on the other side. I'll put that, but it's 4 Phillies tickets, and then $100 worth of Playland tickets. We'll spin the prize wheel at 609-403-0973. Now, you know where we're going to be next week?
Where? I actually don't.
The Beach Football League tryouts on the beach at Wildwood.
Wow, that's next week.
Totally
I saw that on-
Banta Kane, man. He's got. Listen, you can enter. You can go to beachfootballleague.com. Sign up individually or have your team. You can win $1,000.
God.
They're having tryouts, and we're going to be broadcasting live from the beach in Wildwood.
There we go.
June 7th, and then the next day we're going to be in the Steel Pier in Atlantic City for those boat races.
Oh, you're going to be out there.
Yeah,
Oh,
cigarette
nice.
boat races.
Oh, man.
Those things go
They
fast. You ever been on one of those?
I've been on one, but never like at that speed of what
I
they're
have.
doing.
I've been on.
It's scary, man.
I've been on a boat so fast your skin,
It's
and
like,
you have to
oh.
wear goggles. You can't see because you're tearing up.
No, you're moving if
You're
you're going.
you're moving,
man.
So there's going to be great former players.
Yeah, you got me in the studio till 4 p.m. next
I know.
week. My
Deshaun
God.
Jackson.
You got the-
Listen,
Yeah, dude.
Former Eagle Deshaun Jackson, former Eagle Denver Broncos Super Bowl champion Malik Jackson, Miami Hurricanes Hall of Famer and Rookie of the Year Clinton Portis.
Wow.
And, of course, 2-time Super Bowl champion Tully Banta Kane.
It's a who's who out there.
Yeah, man. And, of course, there's all kind of adult beverages, music. There'll be football on the beach. It's free to attend. Plus, if you register now, if you go to beachfootballleague.com, you'll win for a 4-day unlimited ride pass at Maury's Pier.
There you go.
Just for signing
4
up.
days?
Yeah.
It's worth it just for that.
Yeah, man. So get down there. At 10:30, the bottom of the hour, we're going to go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, as we do each and every Sunday throughout the baseball season. Then, at the bottom of the second hour, we'll get our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Mclaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process. From contract signing to closing for the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Whether commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more, the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker with Billy Schweim, Danny Ryan, and P.J. Corda, Mr. Negadelphia, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Y'all are saying biscuits aren't as good as bagels for breakfast sandwich?
The biscuit is better.
Cece, no,
The biscuit is better.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Y'all are having the wrong. I don't know who making y'all biscuits. Y'all are all off. Like, if you got a biscuit as the vehicle for the breakfast sandwich, I'll take that 10 times out of 10 over a bagel.
What?
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
As a fan, you know all the important sports cliches. And when you save money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive, you can get out there and give it 110%, even though that's mathematically impossible. And remember, failure is not an option. Well, it's always an option, just not a good one. But you're not worried because you've got ice in your veins. You're on fire. How can both of those things be true at the same time? Well, that's between you and your doctor. So get out there and leave it all on the field. Leave what? Who cares? Just leave it and save with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card good for use at Tuckahoe Inn in Marmora for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
SeizeTheDeal.com. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda is making a cameo. I don't know, is that Paul Bizinet? Who's that, Bob's Burger over there?
I'm telling you, Biz is a good comp right there. That's a good comp. He is looking like Biz a little bit.
All right, ready for this, Dan? I want to get your opinion on
All
this
right.
because Mr. Negadelphia here, P.J. Corda, he has a house in Florida, lives like, what, about 20 yards from the beach, from the water's edge of the Gulf of America? Or
Florida, right there on the water,
All
right there.
And you have a pool, right?
I do.
He's never been in the water.
What?
He doesn't go swimming.
You've never even
He
been in
has
your
a house
own...
in Ocean City right on the boardwalk.
You've never been in your own pool?
I've been pools, man.
Oh.
Are you kidding me?
What, you can't swim?
Pool guy.
Yeah, you know what? Is that what it is?
No, you know what? It's funny. I actually swim great. I float. I can't go under. I'm like very buoyant, I
Have
guess.
you been on the beach walking in the sand?
Been a long time.
He
Been a long
He
time,
lives
man.
right on the beach.
He just takes the view in. That's
I know,
it. He takes
I
the
know.
view.
Dude. All right.
It's bad.
I asked this question yesterday, and I kind of feel like I know where you're going, Mr. Negadelphia, if you will. And of course, Danny, I think I know which way you're going to go. But last week, Bryce Harper got beamed again by Strider, right?
Yeah.
On Tuesday. Was it Tuesday?
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. First game of the series.
Prior to that, he'd been hit 3 or 4 times prior to that by other pitchers on other teams.
Yeah, in the A series, it got roughed up, too.
It got roughed up, too. So there was a big like a lot of people were saying the Phillies pitchers need to go out and send a message and retaliate. These young guys, P.J., Nicky, and Andrew Leeds, the intern yesterday, and a lot of people that texted in said, no, don't beat them, don't retaliate. I say an eye for an eye. You got to send a message. You got to protect your players.
This is Philadelphia, boys. Come on. I mean, we're not going to just let people pick on us like that.
Look at his face, because I know. See, do you see how I know this, PJ?
What kind of?
I'm torn on.
By the way, we're broadcast live on our X platform and the YouTube channel, LockerWithBillySchwein.com. But I could just look at his face and know where he was going.
Well, the thing is, I'm torn because he came out and said it. Whether you believe him or not, I believe him. Spencer Strider did not mean to do that. He was trying to brush Bryce Harper off the plate.
That doesn't matter. That's right. He was
trying to brush him off the plate.
Yeah, he was. So and I'm fine going out there and trying to brush, an Acuna or a Matt Olson off the plate, but you're not going to go out there and go attack a guy's elbow with a 99 fastball from Wheeler.
His surgically repaired elbow.
I know. And I get it. It was not a great look, and you would have loved to see a little bit of fight, like maybe beating somebody in the back. But at the same time...
PJ, a little bit of fight? No, you're playing sports. You're playing to win. Yeah. You're sending a message.
But when were you going to do it?
Right away. I would have gone right after Acuna's ribs.
Ranger was battling through that game. He was trying to get out of every inning without allowing a run.
Then Wheeler should have done it in game 2, and he didn't do it.
What happened to him, by the way? I'll get back to this.
What happened to Luzardo?
Well, you were at the game. Yeah, Luzardo was bad for the jump. But you were at the game. Wheeler was like flawless through 3 innings, and then all of a sudden collapsed in the 4th. It was unbelievable. I don't know. I'm torn on this because I actually was in the media scrum in the Braves locker room when Strider got asked about, if he meant to hit Bryce, and you could. Honestly, I texted my buddies after.
By the way, did you cut any sound for this?
I could probably get some during the break. I mean, there's a few good pieces.
Okay.
At the end of the interview, he was funny. It was like a 7-minute interview. That's pretty long for these players. But
for sure.
I was texting my buddies. I'm like, God, I hate that he's kind of funny because he was like, yeah, I'm not a complete sociopath. Like I have empathy for him. I didn't mean to hit him.
But PJ, it's a game of intimidation. All sports are. You got to have an edge. Any edge you can get. You're a business guy.
100%.
You got to get an edge. It's intimidating. If you don't send a message, I put it this way: I'd rather be on the team that sends the message, than not. Like doing nothing is like unexcusable.
How would we feel if Harper got injured off of that pitch?
Well, he did.
I mean, like permanently injured. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, how would we feel?
Well, if that's a 99 fastball, he's probably getting a crack in his elbow.
Yeah, I mean, listen. These guys can control that ball really well. I mean,
look, I don't like Danny said. I do agree that he didn't do it on purpose. I get it, but it doesn't matter. That's immaterial.
It's an eye for an eye. I believe in an eye for an eye. I'm with that.
Not the headshot. Just go for the ribs.
Yeah. It's just not. It's not who they are.
Meow.
It's not. Yeah, funny. Very funny.
I did that to the guys yesterday. Meow. I like this. I'm sorry. Like back in the day. Now I know hockey's different than baseball.
Sure.
And football, it's
hockey's probably the.
So you know what Taka used to tell me back in the day when he started scoring more goals. He said he played with more like anger and played with a chip on his shoulder. It gave him more space out there on the ice.
Gave him the edge.
It gave him an edge. So I don't care what sport it is, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, or not. You know how look at the Pistons back in the day.
Yeah, Malice at the Palace. Right? You want to Malice at the Palace over at the bank?
I guarantee when we have Tommy Greene on, we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, brought to you by Blitz's Market. I guarantee Tommy's old school.
I bet you Tommy would have retaliated.
Darn right he would.
Well, my thing is,
if Nails got hit by a pitch, you don't think he's going to go right up to Tommy Greene and say, hit him?
Let him have it. Let him have it.
My thing is, who, because you want it to be the right guy on the mound that's going to hit the, retaliate and hit Acuna or hit Olsen. Who in that rotation is going to be the guy that hits a Braves player?
Somebody that has a flamethrower. You want to have
Wheeler?
Some heat with him. Some heat with him.
You want somebody that's throwing 100 miles an hour.
So who do we get in that series? We got Ranger, Sanchez, and Wheeler.
By the way, it's also time and place, right? It's only May.
It's early.
So you can afford to, maybe, I'm not saying blow a game, but maybe put a guy on first base. It's not going to cost you like it will cost you, say, late August and September.
You know who would have been perfect to do it? A guy that's suspended right now. Jose Alvarado coming out of the bullpen. If they were down, would have been perfect to do it. Throwing 99 to the back.
Yep.
I can't believe he's gone, by the way, man. It's such a...
All right,
Such a clown
609-403-0973. I got a 4-pack of Phillies tickets to give away, courtesy of Pennsauken Spine and Rehab, Dr. Dominic Mariani. And then Playland's kicked in $100 worth of Playland ride tickets. 609-403-0973. Danny, what's the question they got to answer?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the glaring issue on this Phillies team after what I just mentioned, Jose Alvarado being suspended, is the bullpen. So who, if you had to choose one starter right now, it could be Andrew Painter, Mick Abel in the minors, or it could be one of the 5 guys in the rotation right now. Let's exclude Taijuan Walker because he's going to go back there anyways once Nola comes back. Who would you put in the bullpen? I think our real only options are Ranger Suarez, Christopher Sanchez, or one of the younger guys, and Andrew Painter and Mick Abel, because they're not going to put Wheeler there, obviously. Not going to put Nola there.
No.
I mean, so Sanchez, Suarez, or one of the 2 youngsters in the minors. Who would you put in the bullpen? And plug the numbers.
609-403-0973. 609-403-0973 is the text board. Answer the question, and you will be eligible to be in the drawing for the 4 Phillies tickets.
Yeah.
And, of course, the $100 worth of Playland tickets.
We've got some good prizes, but you need to enter for a chance to win. We have literally 0 entries.
Right,
26 minutes in, so it's fair game.
Sunday's always a different day.
Everyone's asleep.
Yeah, everybody. But we got 4-pack. 609. Make sure you put your name and where you're from. 609-403-0973. 4 tickets to the Phillies. Section 115. They're good seats, PJ.
Listen, man, 4 Phillies tickets, lower level. You better start signing up. Yep.
Get to see future Philly Kyle Tucker come to the bank too. Hopefully. Okay. By the way, speaking of Kyle's, I know we got to get to the break. When are they going to extend Kyle Schwarber? This has to happen before the season ends. You cannot let him hit free agency.
Yeah.
Give him whatever he wants. What are you going to give him?
He's on pace to hit, what, like 58 home runs?
I'd give him 3 years, $90 million, $30 million annually.
By the way,
this guy's a stud.
When he's hitting home runs, he's crushing the ball.
Oh,
upper
my God.
deck shots. I mean, he's tape measures.
We don't want to play against Schwarber.
No.
We want him on our side.
But you know what? Isn't it funny, though, how it just so happens it's a contract year?
I know. Everybody says that, too.
I mean, he's batting 267.
Yeah. He's batting like 300 against lefties right now. He's better against lefties.
He's better
It's
against
unreal.
lefties.
We should start giving out more 1-year bigger contracts. They'll just continue to play better, you know?
Yeah, but then you got agents that won't go.
They'll scoop them up, yep.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Who should the Phillies put in the bullpen?
Andrew Painter.
Well,
yeah, I mean,
it could be any
that's
starting
like a whole
pitcher.
other discussion too. Because would you rush Andrew Painter to the majors? That kind of ties that in as well.
I don't think I would. I want him to take his.
Yeah.
I don't know if we call it rushing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, how long do we have?
Tommy John surgery, PJ?
How long ago?
What? 8, 14,
Over a year
14,
ago.
14, 15,
Over a year.
15 months.
How long what's the?
Let me look up the exact date.
Look
on
how
the article.
fast Bryce. No, Bryce is not a pitcher.
Well,
but he came back in record time from his.
Yeah, well, he's not throwing like that. Yeah.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Got a four pack of tickets to the Phillies for May 9th or June 9th.
We're coming up on 2 years.
See, that coffee's messing me up.
Nah,
how long is it?
We're coming up on 2 years since he got his surgery.
That's what I'm saying.
July
Come on,
25th,
guys.
2023. Oh my
Come on.
God! I mean, listen, I don't want to rush him. He's still young. You know, he's going to be a flamethrower, so you don't want to mess up his arm. But I kind of side with you a little bit here,
2
PJ.
years. I mean, that's enough. We're coddling him here.
All right, on the other side, we'll ask Tommy Greene all that and much, much more. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, please call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Now, I want to tell you about Las Scala's. We love Las Scala's. Remember all last football season? The food was great. The football was great. The atmosphere was great. It opened 2 summers ago to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza and their daily specials. Eat in or take out at Las Scala's. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LasScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Danny Ryan, and P.J. Corda right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday's show, we're taking a look back at the Phillies weekend against the Brewers. Mike McGarry takes a look back at the weekend that was. Football at 4 with Jeff Mosher. We'll take a look at what the Eagles will do now with Bryce Huff traded, plus Knicks Nuggets and more. It's all coming up on a big Monday show on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call again, again and again. Call again, again and again.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphian from the locker room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated. Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Hey, Nick Earnshaw here. Is your driveway or parking lot cracked, faded, or just looking worn out? Give it new life with R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. For over 14 years, they've been protecting driveways and parking lots with top-quality seal coating that lasts. Their expert team uses premium materials to seal, protect, and enhance your asphalt curb appeal and add years of durability. Don't wait for costly repairs. Call R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating at 609-513-4375 for your free estimate. R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. Seal today to last tomorrow.
Maurice Piers is thrilled to host a kick-off the summer event benefiting the Eagles Autism Foundation on Friday, June 13th. Join Maurice Piers for a day of summer fun featuring Eagles players, Swoop, and the Eagles cheerleaders. Get your tickets now. Many options available, from your own private VIP cabana at Pig Dog to general admission passes. Your pass includes access to Pig Dog Beach Bar, Maurice Piers amusement rides, and Raging Waters Water Park. Visit mauricepiers.com to purchase your tickets for the kickoff the summer with the Eagles Autism Foundation on Friday, June 13th at Maurice Piers.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, producer Nicky Earnshaw, I was going to say Danny Ryan. It's that coffee, man. I'm caffeinated and activated. And then, of course, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda's with us today. He's making a cameo, the Paul Bissonnette look-like.
Freddie Mercury, if you will.
All right, there's so much to talk about the Phillies, and I'm all fired up. And each Sunday we go on the mound with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, sponsored by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, located at 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. That's Blitz's Markets. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome in our good buddy, former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. Good morning, T.D. Greene.
Good morning, Billy.
Hey,
I hope you haven't got. I hope you're not too far deep in that pot of coffee.
Oh, dude, so a buddy of mine, Johnny Grinding from Burger Realty, I was complaining about putting weight on. He said, just start drinking coffee. I said, really? He goes, yeah, I drank coffee. When I started drinking coffee, he said he lost 18 pounds. I said, all right, so I've had 7 cups in the last 3 days. It's not working.
Real quick, before we get to the meat and potatoes of this conversation, some Phillies news. So they promoted Seth Johnson from AAA to join the bullpen and DFA'd Jose Ruiz after yesterday's game. It was a disaster.
All right, Tommy. Yesterday was a football score, 17-7. Have you ever been on the opposite end, or the same end of the score? Have you ever lost by that big of a number?
I've pitched in games that got like that. Yeah. Not that I gave up 12 runs. I don't know how many the most there.
Yeah, 12.
The most I ever gave up is 7 or 8 runs, maybe. Man.
They even had Weston Wilson throw 2 innings last night.
Started 58-mile-per-hour curveball.
Guess what? His ERA is 0.00.
Hey, that shows you. It's just keep it simple, and most time hitters get themselves out.
Better than Luzardo.
All right, Tommy Greene. We lost Alvarado. The bullpen's a big concern. It looks like we have a few extra starting pitchers, especially with Mick Abel and Painter down at the farm, and with the starting line. So what would you do? Would you move one of those starters, Suarez, Painter, bring him up, or Mick Abel? Would you do that and put him in the bullpen? Who would you put in the bullpen?
Oh my God! Those guys haven't really done that. How could you bring them and do it in the big leagues just right off the bat in the heat of battle?
Tommy. That's what I'm asking. Can a starter a younger? Would it be easier to put a younger player in that role, get an opportunity in the bigs as a reliever, or would it be more advantageous to put Ranger Suarez back there?
Well, I'd like to have that experience going into the bullpen. How are you going to use him?
Right.
How are you going to use that guy? You bringing that young guy up to be one of the main guys in the bullpen? You're setting him up to fail. Huh. So, I would more towards a veteran guy. If you were going to do it.
Yeah, the only thing is
you're going to do it.
Yeah, but the only thing is, Tommy, and we discussed this yesterday on the show. The rest of the league knows that we're desperate for pitching. And there's a lot of other teams in the same predicament as the Phillies. But we just lost Alvarado for 80 games. So whoever we deal with, they're going to hold us hostage. They're going to ask for a king's ransom because they know we're desperate.
Well, that's the nature of the beast, man. If you want it, you go get it. Right. It's going to cost you.
Got to give something to get something.
If you get somebody quality, unless you got somebody down in the bullpen kind of going the right way as a reliever, then you take a chance, maybe.
I think obviously the Phillies are they as good as their record indicates, Tommy? Because I know your philosophy. Don't get too excited when things are going great. Don't get too low when things are going bad. But the Phillies, you can't blame the Phillies for beating teams on their schedule. But they did play the Colorado Rockies, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and the A's, the Athletics. They did their job. They swept 2 or 3 of those series. But are they as good as their record indicates, Tommy?
Well, obviously, they won the games. So, they are good. But are they consistent? And that's the thing. Right now, they tend, when they run into quality, real good pitching, for a stretch, it kind of gives them a little bit of issue. Yeah. But that's what I've noticed in the past. But but that's the nature of the game. Good pitching shuts down
good
hitting.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody's after good pitching all the time.
Hey, Tommy, it's Danny Ryan here. In your honest opinion, I got to ask you. And
he's always honest on his show, Danny.
Yeah, of course. But I want to ask you a little bit about Andrew Painter after this question. But do you think, we mentioned it a little bit, do you think this is going to be a big deadline for Dave Dombrowski? Do you think he's going to go out and make some big splashes? And if so, obviously we talked about the bullpen, but do you think he can make a big splash in the outfield? Do you think that's an actual possibility, or do you think it'll be just more, targeting bullpen help?
Well, I don't put nothing by Dave Dombrowski. So I'm thinking that they've been talking about it the last couple of years. I mean, like especially this year being the year they make that big push to win it.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're going to if somebody's out there that's going to move the needle like that, I see them possibly trying to do that. So it's all going to depend on what's be required for them to give up. They're not going to give up Painter.
Yeah, you can't.
So,
and I wouldn't give up.
I don't want to give up Abel.
I
either.
wouldn't give up. I think you might have to give up Abel if you want to get someone good.
It's our future.
Yeah, but also you have to take consideration as well. He was not doing great the past couple of years. I mean, this is a great year for him. But
Tommy, maybe he turned the corner. You can do that, right?
You never know. I mean, it's the thing. The maturity, the maturations of a young guy comes at different times. It's going to be a little sooner and a little bit later. So it's you got to make that decision to get something you want. You got to give up something they want. Right.
I think
and that's going to be interesting.
I think any package, if you get a real difference maker, it's going to start with probably Mick Abel and then Justin Crawford. I mean, those are, two good prospects, but, a little bit lower tier if you're considering, comparing them to Aiden Miller and Andrew Painter. But I did mention Andrew Painter to you, Tommy. I want to bring him up a little bit. It came out this week, a couple days ago, that Rob Thompson said he would not expect Andrew Painter to be up before the All-Star break. The team's actually going to give him a bit of a breather right around the All-Star break. They're saying July has always been the target for him. Everything can be fluid, but it seems like the plan for him is to have a post-All-Star break debut. Do you agree with this timetable for Andrew Painter? We were talking at the beginning of the show. It's almost been 2 years since he got Tommy John surgery. Now, you don't want to rush your number one overall prospect, top 10 prospect in the majors, but do you agree with this timetable for him, or would you rather see him up at some point this month or maybe even early July?
Well, you look at how old is the young man?
Yeah, he's a spry one.
Everybody wants to push. He's gonna show you what he's ready for, and he's got to check the box as he goes. And they're going to treat him with kid gloves, and it's not like it used to be. Which they got so much more money invested as a first round pick, so they're going to take care of this guy.
Yeah.
Bullpen help isn't going to come cheap. That's for sure. We're
No. I was just watching on TV. I was watching the Rays closing.
Right.
That guy'd be interesting. Yeah, down at that we've had some dealings with them before. So.
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene, as we do each and every Sunday throughout the baseball season, sponsored by Blitz's Market. Tommy, this week, Bryce Harper gets plunked on the elbow, his surgically repaired elbow. He gets plunked. There's a lot being made about Phillies pitchers retaliating. I kind of think that Phillies missed an opportunity to show that they're together as one. Now, I know you're old school. I wanted retaliation. What say you?
Oh, there's going to be some point that happens. Was that the point that needs to happen right there in that game? That was one of the only games we won this week.
Yeah.
Right.
I think.
And
so
game one of the doubleheader was close, too.
You got to make it sure it's the right spot.
Yeah, but Tommy, if it's any time they're going to do it, it's only May. You're not doing it in late August, early September when the games really count. You can't afford to put a guy on because you're hanging on every pitch.
Well, it all depends on if we get in a game like we did yesterday and we happen to be on the good end of it. It doesn't matter. It gets like that. Somebody wears one.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You gotta pitch in, and there's one thing pitching in is another thing knowing how to pitch in.
Right.
Now the thing that bothered me about that situation with Harper is how does a right-hander miss that far inside?
Exactly.
To a left-handed batter. He wasn't throwing a breaking ball. He didn't hit him with a breaking ball. He hit him with a fastball.
Yeah.
That ball was basically in the middle of his back.
Think about it. Because it was up high.
Back and got him in the elbow.
Yeah. Tommy, let me ask you this question, Tommy.
He's got to be wearing an elbow guard, by the way.
Hypothetically, Tommy, if Nails or Hollins gets plunked in a game and you're on the mound, do they come up to you and say, you know what you got to do? Like, do they give you like a sign?
No, they don't say that. It's pretty much it's unsaid a lot.
It's understood.
I mean, a lot of times it's just a look between me and the catcher or whoever it is pitching.
Well, Tommy, we all
looked at you.
But we all know the game has
changed.
changed.
At you in that situation, you did it.
Yeah, but we all know the game's changed. The players are a lot different than they were when you played. Like, there's these young cats, my locker room youth movement, they're all proponents of not retaliating. I just don't get it.
Here's the thing, Billy. Everybody thinks pitching's, everybody's out there as a robot, and they hit every spot they throw at.
Yeah.
And I hate the word spot. So you got to be able to pitch inside with a purpose. Sometimes you're not trying to hit the inside corner all the time. Right. You're trying to run it off the plate to get their attention to make them move a little bit. So they don't get comfortable in the box. They got to know you'll come in there.
And if you take that away if you take that away from a pitcher, or a pitcher won't go inside for fear or whatever, it's a game of intimidation, man.
Well, that's what they've done. In the fact that, first of all, they're wearing body armor. Okay,
no, they are.
And then, the second off, if somebody throws one off the plate inside, everybody takes offense to it, and you got a chance of being kicked out of a ball game if the umpire sees that it's possibly on purpose.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Tom.
Sometimes the ball gets away from you inside a little bit. We're not perfect.
Yeah, but Tommy, when Bryce Harper gets hit plunked like 4 times, like in the last 15 or 20 games, he's our best player. You got to protect him.
Well, here's the thing. I get it. I get what you're saying. If he's, like I said, my problem with Strider is how does he miss that much? That's a right-hander against a left-hander.
Right.
If he's getting hit, the lefty on lefty, that ball tends to run in, and he gets hit on the arm or whatever like that. That's part of the game sometimes.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just gonna play.
You cannot care or fear hitting somebody.
I need to play devil's advocate just for a second here, though. I mean, if you know you have a surgically repaired elbow, why are you not wearing an elbow guard out there? Especially when you know they're going to brush you off the plate. Like, you have to be prepared for something like that to happen.
Obviously, he's not having an issue with that elbow until now.
Right.
Yeah. So, so he'll probably be wearing something. I know I would.
Yeah. They came out and said that he is going to be wearing an elbow guard, at least to, when he kind of gets back into the swing of things.
All right, today we have
where it got him at. If it got his bone. If it got on the bone and got a bone bruise, that thing hurts for a while.
Yeah.
All right, today we got Ranger Suarez on the hill. He's 4-0 with a 2.97 ERA, Tommy. What do you think about Rangers? He's turned it around. He had a slow start. He didn't start the season. He was on the IL, I believe. And now he's 4-0 with a low ERA. He's looking
What do you hear me tell? What I tell you all the time, Billy? Leave him alone. Let him go. We was somebody right here today, and we got to stop the bleeding a little bit.
All right.
So, as a starting pitcher, we need him to go.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
We need him.
Are you worried about Luzardo after that 12? He gave up 12 runs last night. No,
it shocked me. It shocked me that they left him in there that long, but it happened so fast.
Right.
So, and I looked at. I didn't watch the whole game, but I went back and looked and. Even though he pitched 3 1/3 or whatever, he didn't throw but like 70-some pitches. Yeah, it's not like he threw 100. 110.
Well, I got it right here. He threw 76 pitches, 48 for strikes, but it was already bottom or top of the first. They scored 4 runs right off the bat.
Yeah, that's the thing. If something happens, if you walk a guy, you got to admit they come out hacking. They were ready. He made a mistake. They put the ball in play, and they found holes.
And it doesn't.
And then the big blow, and then the big was Hoskins.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that twice. It's 3-run homers kill you. Not that it would have mattered in the scheme of things. They still scored 11 runs without Hoskins.
Right.
So it's just one of those days you take it on the cheek and you come out there and try to lay it to them.
What do you think the atmosphere is like after a game like that in that locker room?
I think if not, I'd be a little teed off.
To say the least.
Because they come out there and whoop your butt.
They got embarrassed.
Yeah, it can get like that. But I've seen teams hitting's contagious sometimes, and There were some good pitches he made yesterday. They put the ball in play and found holes. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those days where, I mean, a lot of times you can just tip your cap, hey, it wasn't our day.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't stop you from being upset. And hey, let's go take it to the end of the day. That's the mentality you got to have.
Well, let's hope they do it, Tommy. As always, we got to run, but as always, we really appreciate you and your insight. And have a great rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you next Sunday.
Okay, pal.
There he is, Tommy Greene on the Tom's River Volkswagen Sports Hotline. On the Mound is brought to you by Blitz's Market of Ocean City, 21st and Asbury Avenue. Try their famous breakfast sandwiches, hoagies, gourmet burgers, and their vegetarian options. Online ordering is available at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. Start your day off with Blitz's freshly squeezed orange juice. Mention the locker room and get $1 off their 12 ounces of liquid sunshine. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with over 20 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or give Chris Mooney a call in the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of the private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to Ken at jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll wrap up hour number one. You're listening to The Locker with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein from The Locker Room. Pro Image Sports is proud to announce the opening of their brand new Ocean City Boardwalk store, located between 8th and 9th Street. They carry a huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' jerseys, clothing, headwear, and novelties for brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. If you're looking for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, or Sixers gear, or your favorite national team, Pro Image Sports has it all. For more information, stop by today or follow them online at fantreasures.com or on Instagram at ProImageOC. Tell them The Locker Room sent you.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Right nearby, right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
For a lot of us, saving up a down payment can be the biggest barrier to buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is lowering down payments to 1% for eligible home buyers with ONE+. Because everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to get a head start on your starter home.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
Get ready for the ultimate thrill when Atlantic City hosts War at the Shore, sponsored by North Beach AC, Sunday, June 8th. Witness the adrenaline-pumping, high-powered boats race through the Atlantic Ocean from any of the North Beach locations. Feel the roar of the engines, the splash of the waves, and the excitement in the air. Sunday, June 8th for War at the Shore, sponsored by North Beach AC. For more information, visit AtlanticCityNorthBeach.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda's making a cameo. I don't know, you feel a little green over there, huh?
A little hungover.
And, of course, Danny Ryan. Danny, we got some text messages?
That we do. So plug that phone number for me real quick. I don't have
609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, which Phillies starting pitcher should they put in the bullpen? 609-403-0973. Make sure you put your name and where you're from, because I have 4 tickets to June 9th Phillies game, courtesy of Pensacola Spine and Rehab.
Against the Cubs.
And then against the Cubs. And then I have $100 worth of Playland tickets. We'll spin the wheel for that. 609-403-0973.
Like Billy said, make sure you put your name. This anonymous texter said Andrew Painter, but I can't put you in the running until you text in with your name. So make sure you're texting with your name and where you're from. But Andrew Painter, I really don't like that one. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to mess with the youngster.
Tommy just said don't even bring him up yet.
I was surprised.
Right?
He said he's not ready yet,
Almost 2 years since the surgery. Bruce from the Villa says, I say Nola, as the past 2 years he's only been sharp for about 4 innings a game. He'd be a good 7th, 8th inning guy. Then we got Goody from Galloway says, also, he would go with Aaron Nola to the pen. The last few years, he's barely been able to get through the opposing lineup twice. He could have a resurgence like John Schmaltz. And then he talked about re-signing Schwarber, but we got to get to the other text. Mark from Brigantine says Ranger can move to the bullpen, along with Taiwan. He has real playoff experience in the pen, even as a closer. So, I mean, I think Ranger might be the choice. He's a free agent. Sanchez is under contract. That could be a good one. Okay. We'll get to more text on the other side.
Yeah, we'll get this at 609-403-0973. Of course, we got great giveaway items today. 4-pack of tickets to the Phillies June 9th against the Cubs. And then, of course, $100 worth of Playland tickets. We'll spin the Wheel of Fortune wheel, the prize wheel right here in the locker room. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, P.J. Corda, Mr. Negadelphia, producer Danny Ryan, all right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Every choice you make matters. Whether you're dining out, grabbing takeout from your favorite local spot, or shopping for that perfect outfit at a neighborhood boutique, you're giving back to your community. It's not just about supporting businesses, it's about strengthening connections and keeping your community vibrant. Town Square Media South Jersey is proud to shine a spotlight on local businesses that make our area special.
Shore Medical Center, healthcare at its best. Apex East Roofing, get a price on your roof in 30 seconds at apexeastroofing.com. The original Piccalilli Inn. Visit them on Facebook or at piccalilli.com for their pick specials. Nobody beats the Piccalilli, Route 206 in Chemung. Philly Marble and Tile Outlet, Philadelphia Avenue and Route 30 at Egg Harbor Township. Visit phillymarble.com. Ambient Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning Professionals. When comfort matters, visit ambientcomfortnj.com.
Thank you for supporting your local businesses from Town Square Media, South Jersey.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Get Memorial Day savings now at the Home Depot with free delivery and up to 40% off, plus up to an extra $450 off select appliances like Whirlpool. Store dinners and keep your coolers iced for sports practice with the large storage and ice capacity of a Whirlpool refrigerator from the Home Depot. Celebrate Memorial Day with savings on select appliances right now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid May 15th through June 4th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
I thought people like me didn't get addicted to drugs. That's like saying people like me don't get sick. Just like anyone can get sick, anyone can struggle with addiction. And when you're struggling, there's no shame in getting help. I'm over the shame. I know who I am, and I'm in recovery for me.
Call 844-REACH-NJ. Talk to a counselor for confidential addiction help and see if you're eligible for no-cost treatment. 844-REACH-NJ. From the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Home of the Philadelphia Eagles.
They got him again!
Sixers.
Bang! It's good! Ball game!
And Flyers.
Tipped in front of the net!
97.3 ESPN. WENJ. WENJ HD. Millville, Atlantic City. A Town Square media station serving all of South Jersey.
To the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein making a cameo appearance here in the studio today. Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, and of course Danny Ryan producing the show, and Paul P.J.
Benson Boone? What?
How you feeling, buddy? You doing all right?
I'm hanging in there.
Hey, we're almost there.
He went to a wedding last night.
We're in the home stretch.
Of course, Mr. P.J. Corda, Mr. Negadelphia, is sponsored by the Vassar Pool Service. Not happy with your pool people? Call Vassar Pool Service, 609-204-6939. They've been in business for over 30 years, covering all of South Jersey. Ask for Dragon. Tell them the boys from the locker room sent you. That's the Vassar Pool Service, 609-204-6939. But you don't go in the water.
No.
Even if, say, it's like 95 degrees, the humidity's through the roof, what, do you just sit in the air condition?
Ironically, I will go in my hot tub in the morning, even when it's like 90.
So you do get in the water.
So he gets in some sort
even
of
when it's
water,
90?
Yeah.
And that water's like, is that why you don't go in the water? Because it's too cold?
Maybe my iron's low. I don't know. No, I'm not a big swim around water guy, but I do with the hot tub therapeutically. Therapeutically.
So how long can you last in the hot tub? Because I love myself a good hot tub, but
your
I
fingers
find
start to get all like wrinkly.
not even that. I just find that like after, especially if you're by yourself, after like 20, 30 minutes, it gets a little old.
That's the cap. Yeah, you can't do more than 20, 30 minutes, or you'll start to get.
Not to mention, what do they call them? The prune fingers. It gets like that too. Yeah. I love it, but then I find myself. I'm like, what am I still doing in here? I gotta get out.
609-403-0973. We got a couple great giveaway items still left to give away. We're spinning the prize wheel. We have 4 tickets to the Phillies on June 9th against the Cubs, courtesy of Pensauk and Spine and Rehab, Dr. Dominic Mariani, all South Jersey football player, by the way, too. He's donated those tickets, and, of course, $100 worth of tickets to Playland. 609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, what starter should the Phillies move to the bullpen to bolster, help the bullpen? Because we need bullpen help after we lost Alvarado.
We have a few more answers we can get to on the text line. Ray Williams says, bring up Painter and put Luzardo in the bullpen.
Luzardo?
I mean, that might be a little bit of, pulling the trigger after yesterday's start when he was, worst start of his career.
He sounds like Mr. Negadelphia.
It could be a little jerk reaction, but,
I don't hate
That's a little
that.
bit too extreme for you.
I mean, listen, Tommy played his whole career. He only let up 7-8 runs. He said the most in one game. So
That was bad. They left him out to die yesterday, too.
Think about this: 17-7. That's a football score.
So-
and you heard Tommy. I said, Tommy, what's the atmosphere like? You think in that locker room?
Yeah.
Could you imagine the '93 team ever happened to them like that? They would be like,
Well, we haven't talked about it too much, but Thompson finally showed some fire and got ejected yesterday after the pickoff attempt by Luzardo. They pick off Luzardo, and the infielders get the runner out, and then they call a balk, keep the runner on the base pass, and Thompson was asking to be ejected. I don't know about you guys. I'm so happy he finally did something like that, and I think he really was.
Remember a couple weeks ago we were talking about that. He should have got ejected for.
Yeah.
But balls and strikes is a little difficult. Something like he got.
Well,
tossed
I
away.
wish he would have showed some passion on the Bryce Harper hit by pitch too. I
Yeah.
mean, it's long overdue for this guy, and I'm glad he finally showed it. But I think truly, after the bad final game against the Braves in that series, the dud in the first game of the series against the Brewers, and then going down 5-0, and then that call, I think he was really just trying to light some fire under them. Unfortunately, it didn't work. I mean, they lost 17-7.
PJ,
But
Mr. Negadelphia, they gave up 23 hits yesterday.
oh man, it was brutal.
Yeah, I mean,
Weston Wilson 2 innings pitched though.
His
No earned runs.
His ERA is 0.
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, Luzardo went from a
Greener left
2.15 to a 3.58 after yesterday's start.
Yeah.
Brutal.
maybe we just got to throw it slower. I mean, maybe.
Maybe you go Weston Wilson in the bullpen, call up Garrett Stubbs, get him in the bullpen, get these 58-mile-per-hour curveball guys out there.
609-403-0973 is the text board. We're giving away a 4-pack of Phillies tickets, courtesy of Pensauk and Spine and Rehab. And, of course, the $100 worth of Playland tickets. We'll spin the prize wheel. We'll answer the question on the text board at 609-403-0973 for an opportunity to win.
Yeah, once again, the question is, who would you put in the bullpen if you had to choose one of the starters? It could be a starter in the minors, Andrew Payne or McAble, or it could be one of the starters in the majors right now. I think the real options, we've gotten a variety of answers, but I think the realistic options are probably Ranger Suarez, Christopher Sanchez, or one of the two youngsters down in the minors. I like this one. Jeff in Ocean City says, I would put Tijuana Walker in the pen and then trade him for a case of baseballs. Not a bad idea. I think he needs to go and make some room for the youngsters anyways. We also got, let's take a look here. Please, I will say this now, do not leave voicemails. I cannot listen to the voicemails on the text line. Text in your thoughts, who you think should go to the bullpen. I think we're out of text for right now. Then we'll get back to it in a little bit.
609-403-0973. We're giving at the end of the show. We'll spin the wheel for 4-pack of Phillies tickets for June 9th against the Cubs, Chicago Cubs.
And also make sure you tune into the StreamYard. We are going to be, spinning the wheel on the StreamYard, so you'll see the, we're not rigging this. You'll see the answer. You'll see the wheel spin right on the StreamYard. You can on your website, lockerroombillyschwein.com, on the X platform
At Locker Room 973.
Yep, and on YouTube as well.
Okay, and at the bottom of the hour, we're going to get our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Mclaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. He's got some good candidates this week, and the Scholastic Sports is winding down. Kids are almost out of school there. PJ Corda,
Yeah, the summer's here, man. Yeah.
Mr. Negadelphia.
I'm getting a nice tan. I like it. I'm still pale, but this is a tan.
I think I think my goal to this summer is to get him in the ocean.
Or at least
what
a
if
pool.
the waves? Do you like waves? The big waves?
Let me tell you, the Atlantic Ocean is freezing.
Are you more
Well,
of a,
about late August, you can go in there.
It's still cold in late
if
August.
you had to choose your body of water, would you go lake, bay, or ocean?
Well, listen, let me tell you, I'm from Florida, so you don't go in lakes.
You're not from Florida.
I live in Florida now. You don't go in lakes in Florida.
No, because they got water moccasins.
And they got
alligators.
Yeah, you don't go in lakes in Florida.
So I got a story for you. You're going to love this. So I used to live in Florida. I used to live in Fort Lauderdale way back in, I worked at Disney World in 83, 84. Okay. And then I moved to Fort Lauderdale where I lived and I was a landscaper. So you know what? You know how there's a lot of bullfrogs down there?
Oh yeah.
So I used to grab the bullfrogs, throw it as high as I grab it because I used to feed the alligators my lunch. But I got tired of doing that because I wanted to, I was hungry. So I see these bullfrogs. I grab a bullfrog, throw it as high as I could, and when it splattered in the water, it makes that ripple that go out.
They would go.
You see like 7 heads pop up.
And they all go right for it. They're fast too in the water.
Yeah, man. 609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, what Philly starter would you move to the bullpen to help them out? 609-403-0973. Make sure you put your name and where you're from to have an opportunity to win these 4 Phillies tickets for June 9th against the Cubs and $100 worth of Playland tickets. 609-403-0973. Guys, let's talk a little Eagles football because OTAs are going on right now. What are you laughing at?
I got another text.
Okay.
Johnny G texted.
Johnny G!
Gave his thoughts, about sports, but the thing that made me laugh, he goes, "Coffee is good, Billy, but do some push-ups."
Now you're starting to ask a little bit too much.
One step at a time.
Johnny, did you go to the ball game yesterday? You had 4 tickets, courtesy of Lou Capelli there, Camden County. But the 17-7, not much to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a jinx, Griner.
It's been a bad weekend at the bank. Let's just, to say the
losers
least.
are 3 in a row.
It's bad.
All right, let's talk some Eagles football because, the big news, the Eagles get rid of Bryce.
Not officially
Well, it's
yet,
not official, but he goes to the 49ers.
It's looking like it's going to happen.
Mr. Negadelphia, what do you think is going to happen with Bryce Huff? I can tell you what.
He's going to do great.
He's going
to do great over there.
He's going to get 12.5 sacks next year.
He's
guaranteed.
He's going back to his former head coach because Robert Sala's the defensive coordinator over in San Fran
that's why,
now. That's why they made the trade to begin with, probably.
So yesterday we had Brian Baldinger on the program, and you know what Baldy said? Like first of all, I love Baldy's breakdowns. At Baldy NFL, you can see Baldy's breakdowns, and he's always on social media.
Mm-hmm.
And he really you can see he loves his craft because he really explains football real well to the casual fan. He breaks it down like a coach.
Yeah.
So he went to he went to the Eagles OTAs, he went to the Giants, and he went to the Jets. And he said we were talking about specific players, but I asked him about the new mural they have in the. Have you seen the new mural inside the practice facility?
Yeah.
Danny, have you seen it? Mm-mm. It's huge. It's got both Super Bowl trophies and players from each. It's like impressive. You walk in there, you're like, wow, this is. Remember what Laurie said? He wanted to be the gold standard. We're the gold standard now. You can't complain, Mr. Negadelphia.
Listen, we're setting the tone. Not much to complain with the Eagles. There's not.
Right?
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, we're coming back
So if you could, Mr. Negadelphia, right now, if there's something that you could complain about, what would it be for the Eagles?
I mean, we talked about it before. I like the idea of retaining the guys that won us the championship. I don't want to lose any.
I know we lost like 7 starters from from defense, or 6 starters.
Right. So I'm saying, I understand there's the balance of what we got to, you got to balance the checkbook here too for the
right.
But
because there's a hard cap.
Yeah. But I mean, we're doing all right. Howie's managing. I mean, we're fine. We just, I'm excited about the season because I know we're going to come back at least as strong as we were last.
Is that Mr. Posidelphia?
Listen,
I
man.
think so.
Look at him.
Tough to be negative with those words, man. It's tough, man.
It's going to be a tough time for a tough job for PJ to be positive with no Kenny Pickett on the roster this year.
Well, that's true too.
Dude,
yeah,
you remember that?
No Pickett, man.
We're at Lascala's Beach House. We were doing live broadcasts.
Actually, he was calling for Tanner. You were calling for Tanner, right?
Was, yeah.
No, he was first called.
First Pickett.
First for Pickett. Then Pickett throws a pick and gets hurt. Now he's calling for Tanner. I love it. Why is Phil? And we're gonna get the break, but real quick, why does Philadelphia love the second string quarterback?
It just gives us that hope that if things aren't going right, we just put somebody else in who's going to do it.
It's the notion that the grass is greener on the other side.
For sure.
All right, 609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, what Philly starter should be put in the bullpen to help the Phillies along with their pitching needs? 609-403-0973. Name and where you're from to register to be able to be on the. We'll pick a winner out. We'll spin the prize wheel.
Yeah, and make sure it's a text, not a voicemail, please, because I will not be able to listen to the voicemail.
All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schweim. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. PJ, it's funny? I'm an identical twin, right? When you saw Bobby, you went nuts. So when Bobby goes into Circle Liquors, they think it's me.
Oh, do they?
They don't know the difference.
You guys do look. I mean, listen. Yeah.
Right, the giveaway for me is the voice. I can tell as soon as Bobby talks, it's not you.
Bobby's too serious.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you about McCann Appraisers. For all your real estate appraisal needs, call John A. McCann and Associates, 609-263-7422. Whether for commercial or residential properties, for estate, tax, financial planning, divorce financing, and more, the professionals at John A. McCann and Associates are licensed and ready to assist you. Give them a call anytime, 609-263-7422. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Mr. Negadelphia, P.J. Corda, and producer Danny Ryan right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Coming up on Monday's show, we're taking a look back at the Phillies weekend against the Brewers. Mike McGarry takes a look back at the weekend that was. Football at 4 with Jeff Mosher. We'll take a look at what the Eagles will do now with Bryce Huff traded, plus Knicks Nuggets and more. It's all coming up on a big Monday show on the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Tax season at Tom's River Volkswagen means we're paying the sales tax. Yeah, we've got over 1,000 vehicles on sale, and we're paying the sales tax. Tell that nasty old tax man to go straight to Tom's River Volkswagen or Tom'sRiverVW.com, because we're paying the sales tax.
Hi, this is former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver David Klemick. Are you looking for the ultimate spot to go catch the big game? Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township is your home for great food, cold drinks, and non-stop sports action. Whether it's an NFL, MLB, NBA, or NHL game, they've got all the action on their big screen TVs, plus one in every booth. Sink your teeth into their famous wings, juicy burgers, thin crust pizza, and signature stromboli. Thirsty? They've got ice cold beers on tap and handcrafted cocktails that keep you refreshed. So bring your crew, grab a seat, and feel the energy at Bulldog Sports Bar and Grill in Galloway Township. It's where sports fans go to win. Tell them Dave Klemick sent you.
Hi, this is Billy Schwein from the Locker Room. Pro Image Sports is proud to announce the opening of their brand new Ocean City Boardwalk store, located between 8th and 9th Street. They carry a huge selection of men's, women's, and kids' jerseys, clothing, headwear, and novelties for brands like Nike, New Era, Mitchell & Ness, and 47 brand. If you're looking for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, or Sixers gear, or your favorite national team, Pro Image Sports has it all. For more information, stop by today or follow them online at fantreasures.com or on Instagram at ProImageOC. Tell them the Locker Room sent you.
Memorial Day savings are here at the Home Depot with free delivery and up to 40% off, plus up to an extra $450 off select appliances like LG. Plan your get-togethers with an LG refrigerator you can count on at the Home Depot. And with the connected ThinQ app, you'll know when to replace the filter. Spend less time worrying this Memorial Day with savings on LG, America's most reliable appliance brand, at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid May 15th through June 4th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
97.3 ESPN has teamed up with Seize the Deal for incredible weekly offers from some fantastic local restaurants. Here's this week's big deal.
Get a $50 gift card good for use at Tuckahoe Inn in Marmora for just $25.
This great deal is on sale now at seizethedeal.com. Hurry, chances are this deal will sell quickly. For more info on this great deal, go to seizethedeal.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northville. Billy Schwein, Mr. Negadelphia, P.J. Corda is here, sponsored by the Vassar Pool Service, making a cameo. And, of course, Danny Ryan producing. 609-403-0973 is the text board. The question is, what Phillies pitcher should be relegated to the bullpen to help the bullpen out? 609-403-0973. Answer that question to be eligible to be on the wheel, the prize wheel. 609-403-0973.
Yeah, one entry with your answer gets you a spot on the randomized
name and where
wheel.
you're from, too.
Name and where you're from, so we can put all that info on the wheel. We'll spin it on the StreamYard to end the show. Everyone's going to have a fair chance at this, and like I said, we're going to show it so you don't think it's rigged or anything. We'll show it right on the StreamYard.
609-403-0973. Now, we're broadcasting live on the X platform like we do each and every Saturday and Sunday, and, of course, the YouTube channel. Go to lockerroombillyschwein.com, scroll down, hit the button there, or you just go on the X platform at lockerroom973. We were talking a little Eagles football, and PJ, let me ask you this, because you're Mr. Negadelphia. How and you were calling for Pickett. We were at La Scala's broadcasting live. We had Vince Papali there. We had a great time. But I remember that one game. Remember, Danny? As soon as Jalen Hurts wasn't playing well, you were like, "Let's get Pickett in there." Well, so rank Jalen Hurts. Where is he on your? Is he in the top 10 quarterbacks in the NFL? Where do you rank Jalen Hurts? Now, keep in mind, he's already won a Super Bowl. He's lost one. He's won one. Where do you put him?
So, I mean, for me, I do give him a lot of credit. He's gained a lot of value for me over this last year. He proved to us that
you bought us jerseys that we have to wear all next year.
Absolutely.
Jalen Hurts jerseys.
It was a pressure situation, right? We saw when he was under pressure in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs when we were out in Arizona, and I didn't like the way he was scrambling around. It was uneasy. Last season, he came back. Gave us a lot more consistency. Did really well in the playoffs.
Are you going to give him a little bit more? Are you going to be frustrated with his play? Obviously, AJ Brown. Sometimes when he's upset because he wants the rock, he wants the ball, and he's not getting when he's open. Receivers want to get the ball.
You got to earn that value, right? So it's like he showed us that he's doing it. Now he'll get a little more slack. I'm not going to jump on him. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give him a little more space.
Danny, how about you, man?
As far as where I rank him?
Yeah, where do you rank?
Out of the QBs?
Oh, yeah, wait, hold on. You never gave me a ranking. Like who are your top 5 quarterbacks?
I mean, he's definitely in the top 5.
Really?
Yeah, I would absolutely.
Mahomes, Burrow.
I'm not a big fan of Mahomes. You guys say what you want about him.
What?
Nah,
he's the best quarterback.
He's definitely
in the
top
league.
5.
I'm not saying he's not in that.
Josh Allen,
Lamar Jackson,
Herbert?
Josh Allen,
Lamar Jackson,
1,000 times over.
I think. I think
I got him like 6 or 7.
I'd have him 5. I think my list goes as far we're going talent, like the most talented QBs in the league. I'm going to put Lamar 1 just because what he's able to do on the field is unreal. I'd go.
How about the kid from Washington?
Jaden Daniels. He's not top. He's not top.
He's young.
5
He's still young.
He's still. Yeah,
I'm not even sure he's top 10 yet.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd go Lamar. I'd go Josh Allen. I'd go Joe Burrow, and then I'd go Pat Mahomes, and then I'd go Hurts. He's 5 just because of his limitations. I mean, he's a certified winner. I get that, but I have Mahomes 4, and he's going to be he's the baby goat. He's going to be the goat soon if he keeps this up. So I would go Hurts number 5. I mean, you can't deny the success he's had in the past year.
All right, I got a text from Steve Weinstein, the owner of Realty Remediation. He says here's what he says. He says, don't move anybody to the bullpen. Try to do a great job and get a good closer. But that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
They're gonna everybody knows the Phillies are desperate for bullpen help, so they're gonna charge us a king's ransom.
Yeah, it's not a good spot we're in there for that. Yeah, and I mean, pulling somebody out and you know how I feel about it. I'd love to see Painter step up and see what we could do. But yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see one of the starters either drop back. And I like the suggestion about Nola too. I don't think that's a terrible suggestion.
And it's funny. Dave Dombrowski's MO was always deplete the minor leagues, and now he comes to the Phillies and he seems like he's holding all his cards.
Yeah, prospect.
Because look, if you have Painter and if you have Painter and Abel, that's 2/5 of your starters.
Yeah. And
for the future, deep into your future.
Yeah, which is good for the future, but
because you got Rangers going to be a free agent at the end of the year.
Yep. Yeah.
And he's got Boris as his agent. I don't think he's. I just don't think he's coming back.
All right, let's get back to the Eagles. What do you say the record? Just you saw the schedule, but just off the top of your the Eagles are going to be 12-5. What do you think the record's going to be this year?
No, I see no reason why we shouldn't come back better than 12-5, if you ask me. But I mean, we haven't lost a ton of players. That's making me nervous that I think we can't repeat what we did last season.
Jahad Campbell looked pretty good. I mean, Ryan Baldinger said yesterday he didn't really do anything to really stand out. They're just getting their work in. But you read newspaper articles, you hear other reporters talking about they're hanging on McNabb. Jalen Hurts went 20 for 20 on great throws. Well, it's early. Why even bring that up? It doesn't matter. What matters is that what you do in the game.
It's all about the gameplay.
We ain't talking about practice.
Yeah, preseason practice. That doesn't matter, man.
We're not talking about a game.
No.
Talking about practice.
Yeah, practice. Come on, man.
Can't get all excited over practice, can you?
No, it's playoffs.
But you do. But you know, as a business owner, you play the way you practice. Right?
You do. Yeah. You don't want them looking bad in practice by any means. Yeah.
So that would be a bigger story if oh man, he looked horrible. Not if he hits 20, like goes 20 for 20 in practice. You're going to even bring it up? Like, well, it's not even worth
There's
mentioning.
less pressure in those situations.
Right?
You know, I mean, we expect that out of them there. You know?
609-403-0973. Answer our text board question. 609-403-0973. Who should the Phillies? What starter should the Phillies move to the bullpen? We're giving away four pack of tickets to the Phillies for June 9th, courtesy of Pensacola Spine and Rehab, Dr. Dom, and Playland. $100 worth of Playland tickets for the rides. Now, do you go on roller coasters there, PJ?
I had to for my niece. Okay, I had to go on roller coasters last year at.
We'll get you on the Gale Force.
Let me tell you, man, some of these roller coasters now are. It's not like when we were younger. These are serious roller coasters.
Sorry,
man.
so at least he does that, Danny.
Yeah.
Were you ever on King Ka at Six Flags?
I've
never
done
been
that.
at Six Flags.
That was like a really big one when they came out.
Oh my
with
God!
that, you know,
It went like
I've
150
never
miles
been
per
to.
hour or
I've never been
something.
to Six Flags.
Really?
You've been to Universal?
It's a good time.
Yeah, I've been to Universal.
They got some serious rides.
I was on
there.
that. I was on that
Raptor thing.
The who's Harry Potter ride?
Oh yeah.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
I want to go to Universal.
Elijah Grace went on it.
Your daughter?
Yeah.
That was a ride for her.
She's a daredevil.
Yeah. Wow.
609-403-0973. Danny.
They actually tore down King Ka this past, I think, fall or winter. I mean, that thing was insane, though. It shoots you up at 150 miles per hour. You go all the way to the top. You come down. But, yeah, they tore it down this past winter. Yeah, I mean, make sure you get your entries in before we get off the air. We're going to do the drawing, what do you think, about 11:50?
Yeah, as soon as, about 11:50.
Last segment of the show. So make sure you're texting in with your entry. Who out of the starters right now in the Phillies Major League rotation would you like to see go to the bullpen to help out the relievers? Or would you like to see one of the youngsters, Andrew Painter or Mick Abel in the minors come up and start their career in the bullpen? What's the number again? I can never remember.
609-403-0973. By the way, Johnny Greiner just sent me a picture from the seats that we sent him to the game, courtesy of Lou, and he said his record at games is 6-2. So that's not too bad.
No.
But he did see they got waxed yesterday.
Got about 10 entries right now on the wheel,
going,
by the way. So
All
keep them coming.
609-403-0973 if you want an opportunity to win Phillies tickets or $100 worth of tickets to Playland going on the rides. 609-403-0973. At the bottom of the hour, we'll get our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Mclaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Now, next Saturday, PJ and Danny, we're going to be at the Beach Football League is going to be in Wildwood. Tully Banta Kane is down there. Deshaun Jackson's going to be down there. Malik Jackson from the Broncos that play for the Eagles. He won a Super Bowl with the Broncos.
Michael Jackson going to be there, too.
Clinton Portis,
Yep.
Rookie of the Year.
It's supposed to be a little warmer too, so it should be a nice
man,
weekend
we're going to be
out
broadcasting on the beach live, and then me, Dave, and Nikki Earnshaw is going to do the play-by-play. Dave and I will provide the color.
there. Okay, I got you.
609-403-0973 is the text board. Now, I don't know if you guys you're probably watching more NBA than NHL. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Danny?
Yep.
How about you, PJ?
Yeah, I mean, I've been following a little bit of NHL. I know the Panthers are, they're
I
coming.
can't stand the Panthers.
I know. Well, I'm down in Florida, so I got.
Yeah, but you're closer to Tampa, though, right?
Yeah, much closer to Tampa.
So you'll be if you had to root for anybody in Florida, it'd be the Tampa Bay Lightning, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess. I root for the Flyers. As hard as it is, but I do it.
I had an opportunity to interview Rick Tocchet.
Yeah, I know.
At the press conference, and I think it's a great signing for the Flyers. I just can't stand the Florida Panthers. This is their third year in the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, nobody likes a team that can constantly at the top there. You want to see
We
variation.
don't have any more dynasties. Do we have any dynasties in sports?
I mean,
think about it. I mean, the last real dynasty was probably the Golden State Warriors, right?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs had a run there too.
They've been in 3 Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah, they've been 3 in a row. But
they lost.
Lost the last one.
Yeah, they lost the last one. Thank God.
Yeah.
Eagles, would they be in that conversation?
I mean, listen, we're getting there. We last 5 years, we're.
So
you
to give me a number, what's their record? Bingo, off the top of your head.
I say we go 13-4.
13-4.
Yeah.
You sound like Joe Lenigan.
We're gonna have a couple.
You're
of games
positive,
where
Joe
we're gonna
Lenigan. I
mess
say,
it
Joe,
up,
what's the Eagles record? He goes every year 17-0, and he believes it.
Yeah, I don't know about 17-0, but I think we're gonna win some games for sure.
609-403-0973.
I want to go back to the NHL just for a quick second. This is becoming, kind of getting some traction in the past couple days. Remember our old friend Carter Hart?
Yeah. I heard. He testified.
That entire case might get dismissed. There's a lot of stuff going on.
So do you bring him back?
Do you bring him back if he's proven innocent? Obviously, if he's guilty,
they separated themselves completely from that, right?
In fairness, he played well for us when he was. Yes! Yeah, I mean, he was a good.
And we have goalie problems.
And it's a big mental game. See, when he's got all that stuff going on,
he's 26, turns 27 in August.
So he's got another 7, 8 years, 9 years left.
I'm sure he's still been, staying in game shape, being on the ice, over in Canada.
That whole thing might be dismissed, right?
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to speak on it.
Do they own the rights to him still, or is he completely free agent?
I think
he's.
I think they would have the right.
A while.
Yeah, he's.
Did they release him?
I think they fully released him.
I mean, would you bring him back? We can talk about more on the other side.
Well, we got the high school
after Fran. Yes.
All right. For over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game. Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Go down there, say hello to JM, Will, Jason. They do a great job down there. I want to tell you about La Scala's Beach House in Brigantine. It opened 2 summers ago now to rave reviews. It's your home away from home for a large selection of Italian, American, and seafood favorites, just like your grandmom used to make. Plus, you'll love their famous pizza and their daily specials. Eat in or take out at La Scala's. They're located at 1400 Ocean Avenue in Brigantine. That's LaScalasBeachHouse.com. Let's eat. When we return, we'll get our high school athletes in the spotlight with Fran Mclaughlin, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, Danny Ryan, P.J. Corda, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call again, again and again. Call again, again and again.
Hi there, this is the Negadelphia from the Locker Room, and I might be negative about our Philly sports teams, but one thing I'm positive about is Elisa's shoes. Are you looking for the perfect pair of shoes? Then step into Elisa's shoe store on Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey, where style meets comfort. From trendy sandals or everyday sneakers or an elegant heels for a night out, they've got it all. Their friendly team is there to help you find the perfect fit, no matter what the occasion. That's Elisa's Shoes at Asbury Avenue, Ocean City, New Jersey. Go to elisashoes.com or call 609-391-8859. Tell them the boys from the Locker Room sent you.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
It's your captain speaking. To the passenger with the Mirror Fast soft shoes, smart move.
No way am I letting travel constipation ruin this trip.
Can't blame you. Mirror Fast works fast, but without the harsh side effects.
Since I'm such a smart traveler, can I move to first class?
No. Close the curtain, girl.
From the makers of Miralax, new Mirafast soft chews work naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes to give you a comfortable go on the go. Look for Mirafast at Walmart today. Use as directed for occasional constipation. Contains magnesium hydroxide.
Get Memorial Day savings now at the Home Depot with free delivery and up to 40% off. Plus up to an extra $450 off select appliances like Whirlpool. Store dinners and keep your coolers iced for sports practice with the large storage and ice capacity of a Whirlpool refrigerator from the Home Depot. Celebrate Memorial Day with savings on select appliances right now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid May 15th through June 4th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in New Jersey. T&Cs apply.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda making his cameo appearance here in the studio. Of course, Danny Ryan producing, and your good buddy Dave Klemick.
Clement M.
Clement M. He's got me activated and caffeinated and activated.
And ready to go.
Ready to go.
He's going to be ready to go next week.
Yeah, he is. We're going to be down at the Beach Football League down at Wildwood. Tully Banta-Kane, two-time Super Bowl champion. By the way, we broke a little news on the show with him a couple weeks ago. Last week, we had him on. He was on the field when Donovan McNabb threw up.
Oh, yeah. Well,
and you know what? We could never really get a straight answer from anybody from the Eagles. We had Hank Fraley on. He was a center. He wouldn't give us a straight answer. He said, maybe not. Donovan McNabb never owned it. Tully goes, yeah, I saw I was on the field. He did.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely
Now, it's
did.
not that big of a deal because I've seen numerous players with their nerves getting all. You're getting ready to go on on the field of battle. People throw up. It's not a. So if you would have said, yeah, I did. What's the big deal?
Yeah, well, McNabb, it was, he had a consistency issue there. This is not the first time we've seen him act like that in those situations.
All right. Hey, now it's time to get our high school athletes in a spotlight, sponsored by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Each week, Fran Mclaughlin, owner of the Philly Pretzel Factory, will highlight a male and female high school athlete for their outstanding achievement in high school sports. Brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township. Let's go to the Toms River Volkswagen Sports Hotline and welcome into the locker room our good buddy Fran Mclaughlin. Good morning, Fran.
Morning, guys. How you doing this morning?
Well, how are you doing? Because I know, you work 24 hours a day. I know that.
Yeah, I'm actually left the pretzel shop. I'm heading out the expressway to do some work on my truck.
Well, high school athletics is winding down as the school year is coming to a close. I think there's only about 13 days left for schools, but there are some teams that are still playing, right, Fran?
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to switch AirPods. I'm hearing everything back in my ear right now.
Yeah, we're having a problem.
I don't know what that's about.
I think we're having a problem with our phones or something.
All right, well, I'll try to get through it, but I am hearing everything I'm saying. Nah, no problem. But I know you were out with a baseball game the other day where your nephew plays for Ocean City.
Yeah, my brother Bobby and I went to the game. We hung out with Milt Thompson, former Phillies outfielder, and it was really interesting watching the game with him and his perspective. It was fun. We had a good time.
Hey, Fran, real quick, tell me if this helps. I'm gonna push a button back here. When you talk, tell me if this helps. Try and talk for me.
Okay. Yeah, that seems to be better.
All right, cool.
There you
Good.
go. All right, so
good.
so Ocean City, they actually beat Mainland the other day.
Yeah, they're making a run as a 9 seed. They beat Cherry Hill West in the game you were at. Then they upset top seed at Mainland. So now they'll travel to Toms River this week for a matchup. It's either Toms River North or South. Both North and South are still alive. I live in Brigantine, so as far as I'm concerned, they're both north to me.
And then what other sports are still going on?
Track and field ended up yesterday. A lot of great individual performances from a bunch of our former athletes in the spotlight this year. Softball still going. We got Axagami and Ocean City have a quarterfinal matchup in South Jersey Group 3. That's slated for tomorrow. And then lacrosse is also deep into the playoffs. So in girls lacrosse, you got Mainland and Ocean City advanced to the quarters. South Jersey Group 3. They face off tomorrow.
Oh, that's going to be a good
Cedar
tilt.
Creek.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always those two schools. Whenever they go at it, I said that.
No love lost there, Fran. No love lost there, Fran.
Nah, it's only a bridge between them, keeping them separate. So it's always a good time when they get together. And boys lacrosse, Mainland and Ocean City again still alive. Mainland in the quarters of Group 3, Ocean City's in the quarters of Group 2. So, yeah, we're starting to wind it down here very late in the season.
Is this your swan song? Is this your last week, I guess, that we're doing the high school athletes in the spotlight? Is that correct?
Yeah, this will be it. It's been a great run. I started in September. We hooked up with you in October, and we've had a boy and a girl in a couple cases, a couple boys or a couple girls each week since then. Got to see, talked to a lot of coaches, a lot of great athletes, so deserving, and so much fun. Like after you pick them and you continue to try to follow them. Just like in track, we had the two girls we had talked about that kind of were both athletes in the spotlight. They went up against each other. They finished in a dead heat in the hurdles. Went to a photo finish a couple weeks ago. Well, they both just won the hurdles in their individual groups, become state champions, and they also each won another event. So they're 2 event state champions for each of them. And Brianna Growall from ACIT and Isabella Alvarez from Pleasantville. So it's been a fun ride. Yeah, looking at all these kids and watching them and see how they progress. And it's been a lot of fun, doing a lot of great coaches and schools and whatnot.
And we'll start up with you again for football, high school football, and all the fall sports again in late August. We'll get back with you, and we look forward to that. All right, now it's time for your high school athletes in the spotlight.
Sounds good. So we're going to start on the boys' side. Athlete in the spotlight this week is Evan Taylor, a senior from Ocean City High School baseball. So we mentioned Ocean City's run in the postseason. Taylor's play this season, especially late, has a lot to do with it. On the mound, he's sporting a thrifty 2.89 ERA. He's won his last 5 decisions, none bigger than that 6-inning, 10-strikeout performance you witnessed in the Red Raiders 6-3 win over Cherry Hill West in the opening round of the South Jersey Group 3 playoffs. Taylor is riding a 4-game hitting streak, also singled to score a run in that game. He followed up in another hit and a run in Ocean City's upset win over Mainland. He's a 4-year starter, career 370 hitter, batting .348 this season with 7 home runs. And he's poised to finish his high school tenure with more than 100 hits and 100 RBIs. And he won't be done there. He's slated to play at the University of Alabama next season. So great stuff out of Evan. And then on the girls' side, the girls' athlete in the spotlight this week is Lauren LaMonica, a sophomore lacrosse player from Mainland High School.
Wow.
And Mainland's recent South Jersey Group 3 win over Steiner, the sophomore, stuffed the stat sheet. Listen to this. She scored 5 goals, 4 assists, had 6 ground balls, 3 forced turnovers, and a season-high 10 draw controls. So she was busy in that one as Mainland continues to move on in the playoffs. She leads the Mustangs in scoring this season with 49 goals and 30 assists. She played basketball as a freshman in the winter for Mainland, and then this past winter she was a swimmer for Mainland.
Does it all.
And not only that, this could be an athlete in the spotlight first for us this season. As one would have to believe, she's probably a relation, possibly younger sister, of previous boys athlete in the spotlight, Harrison LaMonica, senior standout for the Mainland boys lacrosse.
How about that?
Yeah, that's just pure conjecture on my part, but as I always say, why let the facts get in the way of a good story there, Billy? I gotta believe they're siblings. 2 great lacrosse players, same last name, same school, 2 years apart. We're gonna go with it.
All right. So, what do they win, Fran?
Congratulations to Everton Mainland, Lauren LaMonica. As always, they'll win a Philly Pretzel Factory gift card and a stack of 3 pretzel coupons they can hand out to their teammates and coaches.
That's awesome, Fran. You know what, Fran? It's been a great segment. I can't wait to pick it up again in the fall. In the meantime, you have yourself a great summer, and I'll be in touch.
Yeah, sounds good. Anybody looking, again, it's big party season, looking for party trays, or say you have a business, and you need some sales reps to get out. Great afternoon snack around 2 o'clock. You shoot it on Wednesdays. You pick up a crowd pleaser. Have your reps come in, pick up a crowd pleaser, 15 pretzels, a bottle of mustard, $15, 25 pretzels, bottle of mustard, $15. I'll get it right here. Great little thing to get your business going. That's every Wednesday we got that deal. And as always, all summer, like we said, as we sign off with you, anybody that mentions the locker room this summer, they get $5 off a large party tray at the Philly Pretzel Factory, Egg Harbor Township location on Tilton Road.
All right. Franny, as always, thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon.
Take care, guys. See ya.
All right, there he is, Fran Mclaughlin, the owner of the Philly Pretzel Factory, with his high school athletes in the spotlight. Each week, Fran will highlight a male and female high school athlete for outstanding achievement in high school sports, brought to you by the Philly Pretzel Factory of Egg Harbor Township, and he does a great job with that.
That's tremendous.
We'll start up with him. Local stuff, man. You got to keep it local.
You got to keep it. Yeah, support the local. Yeah.
All right, we're at 609-403-0973. We got a few minutes left. We're giving away 4 tickets to a Phillies game June 9th against the Cubs. 609-403-0973 is the text board number. The question is, what Phillies pitcher should be relegated to the bullpen? Which Phillies starting pitcher should go back to the bullpen?
Well, it's going to be Taijuan Walker. Some breaking news, according to Matt Gelb. We'll start off with Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper expects to play Tuesday in Toronto. They're off tomorrow, obviously, so he's feeling much better, Matt Gelb says.
That's good.
And then here comes the kid. Mick Abel is starting Thursday, and he's joining the rotation permanently until Aaron Nola comes back. Taijuan Walker's going to the bullpen. He'll be a 1-inning reliever. The Phillies want to try it. So a lot of breaking news on this Sunday. See ya, Jose Ruiz. You got Bryce Harper coming back. That's good news. Now Mick Abel.
All right, 609-403-0973. On the other side, we'll pick a winner. 609-403-0973. Got a few minutes to answer the question, what Phillies pitcher, obviously I guess it's been answered right now with Taijuan Walker, but that's all right. Still qualify name and where you're from to qualify. All right, for over 83 years, the Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with a friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. The Circle Liquor Store is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party, preparing for the big game? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. They deliver. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that is run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. When we return, we'll get a couple winners, and we'll wrap it up. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, P.J. Corda, Danny Ryan, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
Y'all are saying biscuits aren't as good as bagels for breakfast sandwich? The biscuit is better.
Cece, no,
the biscuit is better.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Y'all are having the wrong. I don't know who making y'all biscuits. Y'all are all off. Like, if you got a biscuit as the vehicle for the breakfast sandwich, I'll take that 10 times out of 10 over a bagel.
What?
Wake up weekday mornings with Unsportsmanlike with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman on 97.3 ESPN.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Servicing Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Do you want to get in shape and feel great and look better on the beach? At Local Gym and Fitness, located at 908 Asbury Avenue, you can accomplish your goal. 4 local guys with a passion and experience in fitness wanted to open a gym that delivers a quality, hospitable, clean, and friendly environment. Don't be intimidated.
Be a local. Local Gym has the best equipment around with 4 fully loaded Olympic and CrossFit platforms, Jacob's ladders, Stairmasters, bikes, and ergs. Local Gym and Fitness provides quality trainers to lend their expertise with all your training needs. They're open 7 days a week. Memberships are affordable, so be a local at Local Gym and Fitness. Call them today at 609-545-8732 or go online at localgymandfitness.com. I'll see you there.
Hey, Nick Earnshaw here. Is your driveway or parking lot cracked, faded, or just looking worn out? Give it new life with R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. For over 14 years, they've been protecting driveways and parking lots with top-quality seal coating that lasts. Their expert team uses premium materials to seal, protect, and enhance your asphalt curb appeal and add years of durability. Don't wait for costly repairs. Call R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating at 609-513-4375 for your free estimate. R.G. Lee & Sons Seal Coating. Seal today to last tomorrow.
The perfect time to upgrade your carpet is right now. Get free carpet installation with the purchase of Home Decorators Collection Special Order Carpet. Give your floors a new, softer feel from timeless and trendy options with the performance to support everyday life. Refresh your carpet today with the Home Depot. Offer valid May 15th through June 1st, 2025. Receive free basic carpet installation with the purchase of Home Decorators Collection Special Order Carpet. Excludes stock carpet.
Maurice Piers is thrilled to host a Kick-Off the Summer event benefiting the Eagles Autism Foundation on Friday, June 13th. Join Maurice Piers for a day of summer fun featuring Eagles players, Swoop, and the Eagles cheerleaders. Get your tickets now. Many options available, from your own private VIP cabana at Pig Dog to general admission passes. Your pass includes access to Pig Dog Beach Bar, Maurice Piers amusement rides, and Raging Waters Water Park. Visit MauricePiers.com to purchase your tickets for the Kick-Off the Summer with the Eagles Autism Foundation on Friday, June 13th at Maurice Piers.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Mr. Negadelphia P.J. Corda, and of course Danny Ryan, and we're getting ready to spin the wheel, the prize wheel. We have 4-pack of tickets from Pensacola Spine and Rehab, Dr. Dominic Mariani, and of course $100 worth of Playland tickets. But the first spin is going to be for the Phillies tickets.
So we're going to add to the stage right here, the moment of truth. All right, the first spin. We're going for these Phillies tickets. 4 Phillies tickets, June 9th against the Cubs. Great seats. Here we go.
Spin that wheel. It's spinning. And you can see it on our X platform.
Looks like Goody in Galloway is our winner of the 4 Phillies tickets on Monday, June 9th against the Chicago Cubs. Congratulations, Goody. We'll be in contact after the show. And now next.
Cool, Danny. We need sound. Do you have a sound effect?
I was going to do it, but then it's like a 10-second sounder, and then some song would play after, so I don't want to do
Goody
all that.
wins the Phillies tickets. Congratulations. Now we're going to spin for the $100 Playland tickets.
Let's take Goody out of the running, obviously, since he won. And here we go for the $100 worth of Playland tickets. And that's going to go to, it's close. Ray Williams wins the $100 worth of Playland tickets.
City came
very
so
close.
I know. But Ray Williams, now you're going to text me both of those guys' information. We'll send by the way, for the baseball, you have to have that MLB app, right?
Ballpark app, yep.
Ballpark
to get the
app,
tickets transferred to your phone.
Right, because we're going to email them to you, and you have to have that app. So if you don't have it, you better download that app if you don't already have it.
Yep, there you go. Congratulations to Goody and Ray Williams. It's going to be a good game,
awesome,
hopefully.
Man.
Yeah.
The Cubs, Bellinger's on that team.
Yo, have you heard of Pete Crow Armstrong, too, by the way?
Yeah, how about that cat?
That guy is fast as lightning, and he's having a career year. Finally got some power. He's going to be a name to watch for years to come, for sure.
You know, the Chicago Cubs, remember for all those years they were like the one organization that hadn't won like before that was the Boston Red Sox, right? All those years. Then they got the monkey off their back. Then Chicago won one World Series, but that's it.
Yeah, I mean, they got a great following still. They're
Everybody
Wrigley
loves
Stadium.
the Cubs.
It's a nice, it is.
Have you ever been to Wrigley?
It's beautiful.
I've
it's
been
cool.
there.
Yeah, it's cool.
I was in the outfield.
Did you sit? That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah,
Did you sit?
man. Yeah.
It's cool, man.
Have you ever been there, Danny?
Where at?
Wrigley Field?
No, I haven't. That's on my bucket list. I want to get to. Sorry, I was trying to get the numbers down to get them to you, but I want to go to obviously Fenway. Fenway's a bucket list one.
I've never been to Fenway.
Never been to Fenway.
Neither have I. Got to make a trip up there. It's close enough.
So by the way, Nicky,
let's do it. Locker room trip.
Nicky Earnshaw came by last night. I showed him my collage. It's encased in glass, all because they don't give tickets anymore.
Right.
You know, anything tangible. I've got a collage of all. I've been to almost every rink in the NHL.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You did tell me that a few weeks
Been to
ago.
the Final Four. I saw UNLV beat Duke.
Okay.
Back in Indianapolis. So I've been around.
So I want to go to Wrigley.
I've been around, you know.
Fenway. Another one that's close enough. I want to go to PNC Park. That park looks beautiful.
Yeah.
And then I definitely want to go to San Francisco to whatever that park's called at this point, the Giants Park.
Giants
That looks
place,
like a cool one.
Oracle.
It might be,
is it
yeah.
Oracle?
I really want to go because that big mitt in the outfield, left field.
I've
looks
been
cool.
to that stadium about 5 times.
Really?
Yeah.
I got to get over
Yeah.
there. I've only been to
matter of
Yankee
fact,
Stadium.
We sat in the outfield one time. A fog came in. It was, matter of fact, I think it was Cliff Lee's first start.
Really?
And this fog came in. We were in the outfield. We couldn't even see the home plate.
Oh, wow.
It was wild, man.
I got to get to California in general. I've never been over
Have
there.
you ever been to a Kentucky Derby?
Yes, I have.
I've been there. I've been to Kentucky.
You ever go down to Kentucky Derby? My buddy Tyler Burke, he runs Kentucky Louisville.
The guy knows
He will set you up. His wife
I had
does all
Mint
the
Juleps
PR.
in the infield.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Man, I was styling.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a big deal.
I've been to the Fiona 500, which is an Indy car.
Did you do the Preakness?
No, I've never done the Belmont or the Preakness.
Well, they're closer.
Yeah,
to us.
they're closer.
closer.
Maybe. Yeah. So, congratulations to the winners. I will be getting in contact with you after the show. All right, final thoughts there, PJ. Mr. Posidelphia today is what I'm going to call you. But we got to get you in the water this summer. That's my goal.
Oh, man.
We're going to get you in the water. All right, that's number one.
End of the
And
summer.
we're going to get you to shave that mustache.
You're not getting me to shave this mustache.
You know, I was just getting final thoughts, Mr. Posidelphia, because you really have, I mean, even though the Phillies got waxed, it's like
I like the adjustments.
I was going to say.
I like that they're making adjustments.
Making smart moves.
Yeah,
not they're done with the Taiwan Walker experiment in the rotation at least. And he was doing good in the bullpen before Aaron Nola went down.
When you say Dombrowski's been kind of conservative, I mean, the Phillies are going to be buyers. There's no doubt about it.
I think he's trying to learn from his mistakes with the past franchises. Yes, he won them, a championship. Yes, he got them a World Series, but at what cost? Because he tanked the future of those franchises for years to come. And now the Red Sox are kind of a different story.
Yeah,
they
but the ultimate
retooled.
goal is winning here and now.
But the Red Sox, when's the last time they were really, good? It was 2018. They had a good year in 2020, and been
now they're going to go another 50 years without winning.
Without a win.
Right.
By the way, how about the Flyers, man? They haven't won a Stanley Cup since 1974-75.
I will say, if I'm ever going to get into the NHL, the Flyers need to be a playoff hockey team.
Sixers haven't won since 1983.
No, they're a joke.
Of course, the Eagles and Phillies are relevant, man. We're like the gold standard.
We're in it. We're in it with those two.
Would you trade Maxey if Giannis Antetokounmpo was on the table?
We could have had Giannis. We could have
drafted him.
They
probably
picked
right?
Michael Carter Williams. Who they picked?
Yeah,
Did
rookie
you
of the
show
year.
me? Is he going to be a boxer? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Wait,
he's fighting someone.
He's
That fight
gonna be-
might have already happened.
He's going to
actually.
be a boxer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
All these NBA guys, they go to boxing and get their ass kicked. Nate Robinson. There was another one too. I forget.
I
Adrian
remember that.
Peterson was doing it. Frank Gore did it. I think
What is
too.
it? What's going
it's unbelievable, man. But I mean, that's a whole different discussion. We don't have enough time for that whole Maxey thing and Giannis. But it's been fun.
I don't know if I do that.
Yeah, well, they're probably going to want like the number 3 pick, McCain, maybe
they're gonna want a
Maxey.
king's ransom.
Then you're
We're
getting rid of
giving
all
up a
your
lot.
depth. Yeah, it's not worth it at that point.
All right, don't forget, next week we'll be down in Wildwood for the BFL Beach Football League. Tully Bantha Canes down there with all his guys, Deshaun Jackson, Clinton Portis, Malik Jackson. Come on down. We'll be there broadcasting live from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on the beach in Wildwood. And then we'll be at the Steel Pier in Atlantic City on Sunday. PJ, thanks for coming in, man.
Of course, man. I'm glad you guys have me here.
All right.
Absolutely.
As always, Danny, we really appreciate what you do.
Appreciate you guys.
Spinning the wheel.
It's been fun.
Thanks
Yeah,
to
that was
Tom-
cool, right?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Thanks to Tommy Greene. We'll go on the mound every week with him. Brought to you by Blitzes and, of course, Fran McLaughlin with the high school athletes in the spotlight. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with a Schweiner, as we do each and every Saturday and Sunday right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.
I thought people like me didn't get addicted to drugs. That's like saying people like me don't get sick. Just like anyone can get sick, anyone can struggle with addiction. And when you're struggling, there's no shame in getting help. I'm over the shame. I know who I am, and I'm in recovery for me.
Call 844-REACH-NJ. Talk to a counselor for confidential addiction help and see if you're eligible for no-cost treatment. 844-REACH-NJ from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
This Father's Day, help Dad be all he can be with a gift from the Home Depot, because he's not just Dad, he's the handyman of the house, the plumber in a pinch, and the emergency mechanic. Upgrade his gear this Father's Day with the Husky Mechanics 270-piece tool set from the Home Depot. Now on special buy for $119, a $695 value. For every kind of dad, find the perfect gift this Father's Day at the Home Depot.
How did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you. All of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Malcolm is a listening learner, so he checks with Babbel's speech recognition to be
Precio.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Join us at Camp Edge in Alloway on Saturday, May 31st from 9 to 2 for the Ranch Hope Levi Baldwin Memorial Fishing Tournament and Family Fun Day. While fishing registration is closed, there's still plenty to enjoy, like food trucks, local vendors, outdoor activities, and more. Come celebrate the day by the lake and support Ranch Hope's mission to serve children, youth, and families from all over the state of New Jersey. Learn more at ranchhope.org.
Home of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill, 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City.
Sweep of the Yankees tonight after taking the first two games of their weekend series. LA has scored 26 runs in the first two games. Tonight's game can be heard on ESPN Radio with coverage getting underway of the finale of the World Series rematch at 6 p.m. Eastern. Also today, the Colorado Rockies will try to avoid their 50th loss of the season. They are 9-49. Also trying to avoid a sweep of the hands of the Mets. New York tied with Philadelphia atop the NL East. The Phillies will try to avoid being swept on their own turf. They're home to take on Milwaukee. The Brewers have won 7 in a row. The NBA Finals are now set after Indiana's 6-game victory over New York last night. Pacers are in the finals for the second time in franchise history. David Dennis Jr. was on ESPN Radio this morning and says the Pacers' pace can make the difference in the series.
The Pacers are just going to have to rely on this helter-skelter, chaotic, fast offense that does not let the Thunder settle down defensively. And the Thunder, and they can't get caught in that half-court game. The way that Siakam was able to dominate in the half-court against the Knicks.
The finals begin on Thursday night. All finals games can be heard on ESPN Radio. Oklahoma City is a heavy favorite. The Pacers, a plus 525 underdog on ESPN Bet. Action continues at the French Open this morning. The women's side, Alina Svitolina upset 4th seed Jasmine Paolini in 3 sets. 5th seed Iga Swiatek needed 3 sets, but also advanced in her third-round match. Top seed Aryna Sabalenka is 1 win away from a straight-set sweep.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Canty, coming up Monday from the NBA to the NHL and everything in between. I'll react to it all in my Upon Further Review at 7 a.m. Eastern. It's Unsportsmanlike weekday mornings at 6, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
It's South Jersey's only local hunting and fishing show, Rack and Fin Radio with me, Tom P. Saturday mornings at 7 on 97.3 ESPN FM.
This is Sunday Morning with Matt and Myron on ESPN Radio. You can also listen on the ESPN app, your smart speaker, and on SiriusXM Channel 80.
There's no radio show in this here United States of America that would have in 1 3-hour period Phineas and Ferb's creators John Wall And then next week we will be at the CMA Fest in Nashville, Tennessee. That's only Sunday morning with Matt and Myron, who next week from 10 a.m. to 1 will be live at CMA Fest in Nashville, getting our boot scootin' boogie and honky tonk badonkadonk on.
Yeah,
Myron
Metcalf.
Are you excited for your trip to the CMA Fest? I'm looking forward to it. I've actually never been, even though I've been to Nashville 100 times. Are you excited for your first opportunity in the country music world?
It's going to be an experience, I think. It's going to be an experience.
Did you get a cowboy hat? You got your cowboy hat ready?
I don't know. They don't have them up. I don't think they have them up there.
I guarantee you they have them somewhere in Milwaukee. There's somewhere you could get a cowboy hat.
I'm in Minneapolis area. But
Same thing.
How much do you spend? How much do you spend?
Well, I mean, do you want to wear it besides Saturday night when we go out, or do you want to have like a good one?
Well, I don't know. Like, tell me like you would tell me if you're introducing.
I mean, you could spend
like
if you're talking like a top of the line cowboy hat, you could spend anywhere from $300 to $800. If you're just talking about a cowboy hat, if you're talking about a cowboy hat, you could just put on to go out on a night. You could wear $40 or $50. I mean, it's
I want it to be genuine. I don't do.
Well, you're
cheap,
not gonna get a genuine
like,
one because you're not a cowboy. Like you're not gonna be. I mean, you're not getting like a Stetson hat.
Well, how much are they?
Like probably $500, $600, $700.
But is that a genuine hat? Is that what?
What do you mean by genuine? You want a hat that like people actually use to rope and ride? Is that what you want?
I want people to pass me by and wonder if I'm a cowboy. Like I want.
Wait a minute. Let me actually. The Stetson El Presidente. Okay, so this is like the top of the line Stetson hat.
Yeah,
is $1,300. But then they also have Stetson hats. They have the Stetson Corral hat, which is for people who are just corralling out on the range, and that's $160.
Yeah, is there a brother's discount? Like I feel like I wonder if somebody. Will somebody just let me wear the hat, for promotional reasons?
In all honesty, Myron, I have an extra hat. Would you like to wear my extra cowboy hat?
I got a field hats on my head, so I'm very kind of like uppity about that.
For
stuff.
a guy who doesn't have a cowboy hat and needs one, you are super.
You're very demanding about a cowboy hat when you don't even own one, right?
But with hats, I got to feel it on my head. Like I don't,
All right,
it has to feel a certain
I'm going to be wearing my hat, which is very nice, which you are not allowed to wear. Would you rather have like a light one, or do you want a black one? Which one do you want?
Light color, like beige.
Like beige or black.
I thought everybody wears black. Does everybody wear black hat? Isn't that the whole thing?
The bad guys wear black.
Yeah, I wear beige. Like I wear like a beige cowboy hat. Yeah, but I have a black one I could let you use if.
What do you put is the rhinestones? What is it? Rhinestones?
There are no first of all, if you're trying to look like a cowboy, there are no rhinestones. All right. I mean, I can tell you.
You know what? Can I tell you something? You're not always very good at introducing things to people. Okay. How do I know that there are rhinestones on a hat? I don't know. This is my first day as a cowboy, and you're already telling me I failed the cowboy internship program.
If you were out there trying to rile up, get your cows in line, are you going to be wearing rhinestones that could fall off your hat?
If it was stylish, I would. So, I don't know what those things are.
Very demanding. We will be dealing with this diva next week at CMA Fest. Hopefully having some country music folks join us, and we will be in Nashville. And if you're in Nashville, we'd love to come meet you. If you are a listener of the show, we will let you know where we're going to be. Do we know where we're going to be?
Yeah, we got to figure it out so we can tell people this show. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that would be helpful. If we want people,
I'll go ask Evan.
If we want people to come, it would be helpful to tell them where to come. I think it'll make it much more likely that they'll make the trip.
Everybody, we're going to be there, but you can't find us.
Just wander around.
Just wander around Nashville, and then hopefully you'll.
I ain't wandering around, but if Matt wants to, he can.
I will be your. I'll invite you to the barbecue for Nashville. All right. So the Knicks lost last night in Game 6, and now season's over. First Eastern Conference Finals though since 1999. And the first thing I saw when I got online was trade Karl Towns. Karl Towns got a trade.
Yeah.
There's this dude I can't remember his name. Kevin
O'Connor. I think O'Connor. Yeah.
Kevin O'Connor. What does he do? Who is that person?
He's a basketball reporter. I think. For maybe The Athletic or something like that.
I don't think he's for the Athletic. Wherever he is, Kevin O'Connor, he came out and he said, you got to trade Karl Towns, which I thought was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, considering, they make the conference finals for the first time in 25 years. They're like, let's get rid of our second best player. That'll sure work out. I don't understand that. Do you agree with that philosophy, or do you say, hey, we game one collapse away from potentially being in the NBA finals, let's let it ride?
Well, first off, Kevin O'Connor, covering the NBA since 2013, hosted the Kevin O'Connor Show. So I guess that's what.
And that's all it says?
Yeah, that's what the bio says.
Well, I mean.
There's a link to Yahoo, too. So.
Yeah, but Yahoo's still around? They still have Yahoo?
Yahoo's around.
Okay.
Yeah, they're around. They're around.
Okay,
I mean,
good for them. Yahoo.
I see it both ways, right? At the end of the day, you got here. You beat the Celtics with this group. You should be in a 3-3 situation going into Game 7. If you just don't have one of the most epic collapses of all time in Game 1, we're talking about Game 7 at Madison Square Garden, where the Knicks probably win that. So I can understand the idea of don't overreact. Think about how close you came to a championship. At the same time, I do think it's fair to go, you invested a ton of money. Is this group going to ever be in a position to get to the NBA Finals? You got to figure out Mikal Bridges. Do you